Hey guys, Bree here. So we are going to do a couple of pillows today. We are going to actually put this particular cover or pillow inside of a cover, but we're going to decorate it for Halloween. You could just leave it black and white if you'd like, but we're going to just put it inside of a pillowcase, decorate a little bit more for Halloween. So let's go ahead and get started, okay? Feel free to comment the word pillow at any time, and I'll send you the details, okay? So first thing, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my heat press. It should be set, oops, it should be, I can't do this upside down, hold on. All right, right now it's set for 250. I'm gonna go ahead and put it at 300 because we are working with canvas. I don't want it to burn the canvas, so I'm not going to put it all the way up to 350. So I'll just leave it at 300. And y'all, we're going to press this real quick so that way it can kind of lay flat. Let me get this pulled up so I can see you guys. Hi, good morning, Evelyn. Good morning, Patty and Mary. Good morning, Karen. All right, so let's go ahead. That's warming up. So what I have today is I've got a lumbar pillow, okay, pillowcase, and then I have a 2-pack of 18 by 18 pillowcases. They come in a, this one particularly comes in a 2-pack. The lumbar only comes in one. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Okay, so this comes in a 2-pack, which I love these. They're 18 by 18. They're great because the pillows, where did I bring one in? I did, let me show you. I bought these, I think this is at, this one is actually, I think this is Hobby Lobby. I think Hobby Lobby has that. But anyways, these pillowcases inserts fit great. Also, you can do the poly stuffing. What is this called? Polyfill. Okay, you can get this for $2.99 and then just stuff your pillows with this particular stuffing. I think it's great. That's usually what I use because it's a little bit cheaper. But if you have a different one, you can totally put it in. Okay, so let us. Good morning. Hi, Mary and Carolyn. Okay, I forgot one thing, which would be my padded, my padded piece that what is that thing called? Oh my goodness. You guys know what I'm talking about? The pad. Ugh. What did I do with it? Oh well, I guess we'll just have to do without it. I really don't know what I did with it. I'm sure it'll pop up somewhere. Thank you. We're not due until January. I really want to know where it's at though. Hold on. 2 seconds. If I were a heating pad, where would I be? See, this is why it's not where it's supposed to be. I know that much. It's not there. And maybe you know, we're just going to use this. We are just going to use this because I don't know where it went. So I'm just going to put this down. I think it's a dish mat. Just so I can protect my table. But y'all, who knows? Who knows, who knows? Okay, so I've got quite a few videos coming up here pretty soon, y'all. We had to go back to our old house and clean up. So that just took a lot out of me this past weekend. I was not able to go live. But here we are. Okay, I've got, y'all, all the Halloween stuff is 50% off right now. So I'm gonna do a couple of Halloween things because they're old some of them are old transfers that were brought back temporarily that I absolutely love and we've done before in the past. So you guys will be seeing some old videos pop up. I'm gonna try and post an old video every day this week. So that way you guys can just get more ideas. I'll do my best to, I don't know if I'll be able to edit it or not, but I'm gonna try. If not, I'll just repost the old video, but in the description, it'll say old video. Okay. So, all right. So we are, again, we're just ironing out a little bit here. And we're going to do these pillows. We're going to make them for outside. So you could definitely spray them down with like some Scotch Guard later. Okay, there's our first one. And then we're gonna do this big one as well. And these won't even take us very long because we're just gonna do them in black. Nothing fancy, but it'll just look really cute, okay? And then what I like about them is that you don't have to store a bunch of pillows for your outside decorations for the seasons. You can just change out the pillow cases, okay? So I'll give you an example here in just a second. Can you guys see me okay? I'm frozen on this side, so I just want to make sure. Good morning. All right. So again, we're just ironing out a little bit here. Good morning. Hi. Hi, Cheryl, Gail, Susie, Barb, Tracy. Oh, thank you, Gail. I know, and that sign itself is, that one's gonna be 50% off. Y'all, okay, so I totally forgot. All the Halloween stuff's 50% off, transfers, and they're all buy 3, get 1 free. You can stack them. So I do recommend ordering in sizes though, because the free one is gonna be off of your lowest ticketed item. So if you end up buying a really big transfer like that one and then something smaller, that small one's gonna be the free one. So I recommend getting all big sizes and then go back and order again with all your small sizes, okay? And again, if you guys comment the word Halloween, I made it really easy for you guys. I made it where you can shop by size. So that way, if you want to do size E and D, you can just select, and then I would just say shop in 4, buy it, and then go back and do another size, okay? All right, so here we go. Let's start with the big one. Now, I have cleaned this ink mat. It was extremely dirty, and I'm going to be posting a video, or I may end up doing the live with it here pretty soon this week. I'll have something posted on how to clean an ink mat, okay? I do have a video in my VIP group if you're in there, but we will do a how to clean your ink mat, okay? All right, let's see. Not frozen, okay, cool. Yeah, feel free, comment the word, if I said Halloween, that's totally fine. You can comment the word Halloween. I do have that set up as a keyword. Or you can comment the word pillow for today because it'll give you info on the pillow, but it'll also give you info on the Halloween transfers, okay? Just whichever one you choose. It'll only give you one. All right, so we're gonna put that inside of there. Okay. And y'all, we're gonna use a size D transfer, which is 18 by 18. Okay, this one is Feline Fine pattern, which is cute. Feline Fine. Hi, Helen. Okay, so since it's a bigger transfer, you guys, let me just show you how I'd recommend doing it. I would pull off half, okay? And then I would probably place it on the pillow. Okay. And then I would pull the rest of the way, and then we'll adjust afterwards. So since it's on canvas, I will tell you that sometimes the canvas doesn't like to hold on to the transfer material. So I do find that I don't fuzz it because I want it to stick the best that I can get it to stick, okay? So, all right, now that that is on there, we're gonna start one end. I'm gonna start at the top and then I'm just gonna work my way to the bottom, okay? So I am gonna use black ink. And we're gonna do our best not to get it anywhere else except for our project. Okay. Here we go. So I'm just gonna start by scooping out like a ginormous blob, okay? And I'm gonna put it over here in this corner. And I'm gonna work my way in the direction of like down and across this way. Okay, so I'm gonna, now whenever you put the ink down, it kind of stays in that spot. So I just started going down a little bit and then I'm gonna go across and then I'm gonna slowly make my way down. But I'm gonna go ahead, go across, all the way across. Again, this will help keep the transfer in this spot on the pillow so it's not moving on you. Okay, so now we have that whole top part done. Now we can begin moving downwards. And I can already see my transfer moving a little bit. So I'm gonna adjust just by pulling this out a little bit, okay? So I just picked it up, set it back down because I just want it to make sure it stays, I don't know the words that I'm trying to tell you. It's like when you do it, you'll understand that it might move on you, but you don't want it to look like it doubled up in a section, and so you just wanna kinda keep it going the same. If it moves, you want it to move with like the rest of the pattern. I really hope that makes sense. I'm not sure if it does. Okay, so I can move that up. I'm gonna go in and grab some more ink here. Now I will tell you, you will use a lot more ink than you would use paste for this particular project because the ink, the fabric will soak up that ink, okay? So if you were to put this on, let's just say a board or a round, you're gonna use way less paste because it's just that flat surface, right? This is, since it's a textile, it's gonna really soak up in there. I probably wouldn't use them. You could try it, but I feel that if it moves, you want to just be able to move the rest of the project, like adjust it. So hopefully that made sense though. Like once you put the ink down, that part doesn't move, but whenever you're pulling, sometimes it like, that would say that it would move. Hold on. I don't know how to say that. You don't want these bubbles in it because if you have those bubbles in it, it'll bleed. So you do want it to kind of move, but you just have to be aware that your transfer is bubbling up. so you know to move it. That is really hard to explain. Go in one direction. That is my best recommendation. Go in one direction because your transfer may move. Hopefully that's just the simplest I can put it. All right, I did make a little bit of the mess here at the end. No, don't turn off. We're gonna use you in a second. All right, down to the last little bit here. And I'm just gonna turn it sideways and pull across. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my stuff, but all right, looks good. Okay, I'm gonna have to clean that off because that got a little bit messy there. Even though we're gonna use it again, I just prefer it to be clean when I go to do the next project. And just remember that ink will stain your clothes. You might be able to get it out right away if you notice that you get it somewhere that you're not supposed to get it. I've heard alcohol will help, like rubbing alcohol. So you can give it a try. But if you're wearing clothes that don't match the ink color, I might suggest you put on an apron. That would help. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling this up. And before I pull it up all the way, I'm just gonna make sure it all looks good. For me, it looks good. I'm gonna take it off and I'm gonna set this on our bigger mat to clean. Oh, I forgot that one in there. Whoops. I'm always forgetting transfers in there, y'all. All right, let me get the big mat. Now this is a bath mat, right? Foam bath mat. I got this one at Costco. And I just set my bigger transfers on there and then spray it with water. Okay. No problem, Cheryl. Yes, keyword is pillow. So, check it out. Hey, Jennifer. Look how cute all of these little guys are. I love it. Okay, so that's part one. And then we're gonna do a second pillow real quick. But what I'm gonna do, typically I would just say set this aside for like 30 minutes and then go and heat set it. But I'm gonna do my best. Actually, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set it aside and heat set it. This one in particular. I may heat set this later. But let me just try and take out my mat because I'm gonna do another project. But you can just leave the mat in there. Let it dry 30 minutes and then go back and heat set it. Okay? Make sure you remove the ink mat before you heat set though, okay? Or you will melt your ink mat. All right, let me set this right there. And then we're gonna do a second pillow that we're gonna put in like in front of that one. So we'll do it like this. Now, we do have a different size ink mat that you could put in here. It's the 11 by 23. But you could also just use this one. It's not gonna be as wide, but it will work. We're gonna test it out. I'm just gonna put it right in the middle. Okay, or you can buy the longer one and it fits in this one perfectly, okay? You need the transfer then. I know how much you love Halloween. Oh no, Patty, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better soon. Let's see. Because this is an old transfer, y'all. It's from 2 years ago. Yeah. 2 years ago. Okay, so we're gonna do fright this way or inch at your own risk. Which one? Which one should we do? Maybe fright this way. Okay. Now this one I will heat set so that at least you guys can see one of them heat setted. Let's see. Fright this way. Yeah, we'll do fright this way. Do both. Yes, this is the lumbar. I might have to put something else here. Or I might do enter at your own risk and then, no, we'll do this one. And I think I'm gonna do a pattern on it. Half, maybe half of it. Let's see. Let's see what else we have first. No, not those. Let me move this big guy out of the way. Hopefully I won't forget that up there. What if we did the skull? Because look, I have all of this stuff too. Oh, I have the, no, I think I'm gonna use the spider webs on this. I'm gonna use the spider web on this one. This is another size C. Okay. Okay, so we could do, let's see, if I put this right in the center, there could be one, there could be two. Okay, that's good. I'm just measuring. We could do all 4 corners, like that. And then put fright this way in the middle. Okay. Let's give it a try, shall we? All right, so in order to do this, y'all, I'm gonna move my mat to a corner. Not sure that helped. Barely. All right, for this entire project, I don't know, I might need another jar of I think one full jar would work, but my jar was not completely full. Okay, so I might have to grab another jar, which I have one right here, but. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, hopefully you guys can even see. All right. So I'm going to go in and use the smaller squeegee. This is the mini squeegee. Just because it's a smaller design, we don't need a ton of ink everywhere for this one. So I'm just going to pick it up and I'm going to place it back down. But before I do that, I'm going to hit this side with the dryer real quick. Just to try and eliminate as much as I can, like just trying to dry it just a little bit so it doesn't get on the back of the transfer. Just where they're going to intersect. All right, let's hope that worked. If not, I may need to clean the transfer after this one, which won't be a huge deal, but you know. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a clean squeegee and I'm just gonna press down to kind of push it into place. Now I will say where the zipper is at, it's a little bit more difficult. So we're just gonna go slow. Okay, I'm gonna get the majority of this done, and then where the zipper is at, we will just do our best to go slow. If you're just popping on, you guys, hit that heart button, comment the word pillow. We're making a couple of pillows to put outside. We already made one. This is our second one. Okay. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. It looked like it bled quite a bit near the zipper, but I think it'll be fine. All right, I'm gonna clean off the transfer because I'd rather just clean it and not get it everywhere when we go to do the other side. So I'm just gonna spray with water, clean one side, flip it over, clean the other side real quick, and then we'll just dry it and we're good to go. So it doesn't really take long at all to clean off your transfers. It's really not that big of a deal. Okay, it is already sticky again. Let's move our ink mat over to the other side. Okay, and really the ink mat is just there to kind of help the pillow not move, okay? It's just there to help it not move. It just kind of stays in place for you. All right, let's try this side first. We're gonna do the harder side first. So that's probably what I would recommend maybe do the harder side first and then do the second after, okay? All right. So, here we go. Again, it's the side with the zipper, and it just tends to move a little bit because it doesn't sit down flat, and it may bleed like our other side did. Okay. All right, we're getting up here. We'll see how much easier it was to do this side first. All right. Well, it wasn't bad. It just did it in a little spot. So again, I'm just gonna quickly dry this little area real quick. All right, so again, I'm just gonna push this down. With the back side of the squeegee, if it's clean, or just get a clean squeegee maybe, would help. All right, we're just gonna pull this ink across. Oops. I went a little bit over the edge on that side. Oh well. All right. So that part is done. Now we just need to do the center. Let me just clean this one off. We'll let it dry. All right. And now, so here is what it looks like so far, okay? So we just have the two outsides done. And I'm gonna scoot this back to the center. And when you're pressing down, make sure that your hands are not dirty. Okay. All right, I have ink on the top parts of my hands, but that's from earlier. So now we have a Fright This Way or Enter at Your Own Risk. We do have, I wonder if this would even fit. This is a big, the Trick or Treat. Oh, it would be too big. We might be able to put that on the big one. Oh, we could do that. We'll do another one and we'll put Trick or Treat on that one. I'm still stuck on this one. Now I feel like I need to do Enter at Your Own Risk, not Fright This Way. Maybe we do Enter at Your Own Risk and then we put the little hand, or no. Maybe we just do this. I don't want to put the spider webs, so I'm just going to do the words. right? Just the words. Okay. Enter at your own risk. Okay. Here we go. So on the word your, it has spider webs that are attached to it. So when we get to that word, I just want to be a little bit more careful. I might have to go in with a smaller tool just so I don't accidentally get the spider webs. Okay. So we're getting close to it. And yeah, let me just switch over. So I'm gonna go into a multi-tool and do these. Hopefully you guys can see. Whew. Okay. It's getting a little close. Oh, it bled a little bit there. I see it. Ah. Okay. I think that might be as good as it's gonna get. It did bleed under the R just a little bit, so I'll just have to deal with that. But we are going to slowly pull this up just to make sure everything looks good. I'm gonna come back in with a little bit of ink at the bottom of these two letters. So if you don't pull it up completely, then you can fix those things that look like it just might have been missing a little bit of pressure maybe. But if you pull it all the way up, then it's hard to do. But we might even be able to get it to bleed some, like on purpose. I wonder if I can get this one to do it. Yep. So if you leave it up enough, you can get it to go through. So now I can kind of do it on purpose. Ooh, that was smart. Okay, so I'm kind of putting some ink under there, and then like an excess of ink. And then once I set down the transfer, then I kind of push that excess ink under the transfer. So I was able to kind of do it for a few of them. All right. Let me get this one sprayed and cleaned. What is y'all's weather like? You guys, this morning we woke up and it was like 63. I even have pants on today, even though it's warming up already. Like Robert and I went outside, had our coffee, sat down outside. It was just really, really nice. In the shade because in the sun was already too hot. But nonetheless, it was beautiful and super nice. All right, so I'm just drying this off real quick because I don't have a lot of space in this drawer to put it. So I just dried it off. I'm gonna go ahead and set it back on the other, or like the transfer it sits on. Okay, so you put it back on there. All right. Should we put any spiders on the spider web? There is a little spider. Maybe we can put one on there. Where is my little cutting thingy? 67. Oh my goodness, in the 40s. Yes, it is perfect sit outside weather. I agree. $52. Oh, those are nice. 45. Oh, 54 right now, but it was 45 this morning. Ooh. I'd have to break out my jackets. I wonder if he'll show up in black. Should be okay, right? I mean, spider webs are normally like white though. Maybe we won't do it. I don't want to mess it up. Let's not mess it up. Okay, so this one is done. We just have to heat set it. And then let's do this one real quick. Our third one. Okay, because I decided to go ahead and do a third one. But we need to iron it real quick. Again, I have my press at 300 for canvas, and you don't want to leave it in one spot because it will burn your canvas, okay? 39 this morning. Oh, my goodness. 64 this morning, Orlando, yep. 37, Minnesota. Holy smokes. The one on the transfer, thanks for dropping, would be a good one. Oh yeah, that one's cute too. I do have that one in this stack. Let's see, it's around 80 right now, going to be 99. Oh, isn't that a little high for California? I thought you guys are Central California. I thought you guys have like 70 all year. Okay, let's open up this zipper and let's put our ink mat inside. By the way, if you're a club member, the ink mat with the two of these pillowcases and a small squeegee, which is the bigger one, those are 25% off if I'm not mistaken. That might still be on sale for you. If not, that was last month's special and I do apologize, but there is a little kit, like a starter kit for ink. You just have to get your color ink, like whatever color you decide. But that could have been last month, now that I'm thinking about it. Sorry. All right. So we're gonna do this big one. 15. Oh man. Oh, it's very windy there. I'm running out of space here, y'all. Okay, we'll do trick or treat, and the bottom can say Happy Halloween. We can leave it like that. I think that looks good. All right, so I'm gonna set that down. Okay, see, this one's not wanting to stick because this is an older transfer and it has been very well loved. Okay, I think I've had this transfer for this is back in 2018, but I wasn't here in 18, I was here in 20. So it must have came back in 2020. So yeah, I've had it for 3 years and I've used it, I think I've used it every year. I've taken it out, used it, and it's available for you guys, again, for a limited time. So make sure you get it if you want it, okay? All right, I think it's just gonna be best that we just do all one color. It would be less bleeding. And I'm gonna do my best not to make a huge mess. So I might end up using the rest of my jar, which is totally fine. I've had this jar for quite a while. I think this is only my second jar of black ink to go through in 3 years though. I don't think we use it very much. Maybe this is my third or fourth, could be. But typically I don't do big projects like this and use all of my ink. All right, so we're gonna start up at the top. Okay, hopefully you guys can see. Oh no, it's moving again. We're trying to get it not to move too much. All right, once I place this down, it should be better once I just start going. So let's start up here. And I'm just gonna hold it down as we go. Okay, I need to scoot it up a little. All right, I'm pressing it down onto my table, so hopefully the adhesive will just stay in place. Maybe it'll stick to my table a little better. At least it is up here on the top part. And then I'm just gonna try and keep it one direction the whole time. And I'm just using my hand to keep it down. Okay, let me get some more ink here. We're getting down to the very bottom, and sorry if you guys can't see it here in a second. Okay, I think you guys can see. All right, when I get to the bottom, it's getting closer to the edge as well, like where the seam is at. So I just want to be careful not to do too much pressure, because if I do a lot of pressure, then it has chances of bleeding. I'm just gonna hope that did it. We'll see. I did pretty good until the end, and I got a little messy there. Let's see. I might need to press down in a few places, but I'm gonna go in with my multi-tool real quick. And I'm just looking and pressing in the areas that just need a little bit of help. Okay? So I'm gonna begin to pull this up. Oh, let's do the spider legs. Okay. Yes. You guys, this looks awesome. That actually didn't bleed, like, almost at all. And, oh my gosh, until I dumped my ink out. Oh, almost did it again. And I still have, I'm making a huge mess. I still have ink. I still have ink left in this jar. Now, I'm wearing half of it, but there's still ink in the jar. Okay, so 2 things need to happen real quick. I need to clean up a few little spots. I'm gonna need to clean off the transfer that's on the big sheet real quick. And then I can put this one on there because I did not think about a place to put this transfer when I put it on. Here. So let's get this one real quick. See, like I said, I just need more space, right? Let's clean this little guy off. Well, that one's not little. But let me know if you guys have questions. Hi. You guys hit the heart button for us. I am just cleaning off a transfer real quick. And then we're gonna heat set it. I will heat set one of them. Oh, I might be able to heat set all of them actually. Excuse me. My allergies this morning though. I wonder, can you see this table? So I have like a little side end table. I think I got this at Ross, but it's like an oversized TV tray table, and I love it. All right. So that one is now clean. I'm just going to dry it off with a napkin. Okay. And then we're going to get it put back on there. So I can move this one out of the way, okay? So that one is good, clean, put back up. All right, let's take this one off. You guys, look how good. Look how good it came out. Just clean them right away. It'll give me a little time for this one to dry. We're gonna heat set it, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I stuff There's a couple of different ways you can stuff the pillows. I will show you both. Flip it over. Ink, I find that ink is really easy to clean off because it stays wet a lot longer. It doesn't dry as fast as paste does. So it's usually a pretty easy clean. Okay, and it's done. Let's dry it. And you guys, the shipping is pretty quick right now. So if you are to order anything and you want something Halloween, I would order this week, because it'll still give you time to get it in either by the end of the week or by next week. And that way you can still use it for Halloween this year. And then you have it for next year, you know. Especially since it's 50% off. All right, so I'm gonna set that back on it. Okay, so now that is back on there, I am gonna lay them all flat. That's just how I store mine. I need to put this one back on. Okay. So now let's go ahead and heat press a couple of these. Let me move that one to the side. Okay. So this was the first one that we did. Now, you guys, I don't know what I did with my press or my pad that goes inside of the press. So we're just using something that goes inside of it. I'm just using this to kind of protect my table. So we're gonna put this inside. Now this is already pretty much dried. Okay, this was the very first one we did. I told you just give it like 30 minutes or so and it'll be fine. Well, you know what? Riley's actually still sleeping. She had fun yesterday. We had family over. We did fajitas and everybody was playing outside. It was really nice. But she played hard. So she is still, I think she's still sleeping. All right. Parchment paper. Where did my parchment paper go? Maybe my parchment paper is with my pillow. And you know what? It probably is just hiding from me. Oh goodness, like why? Why does it need to be hiding? Is it in this drawer? No, it is not. Like, where else would it be? You guys, the struggle is real today. And it's a Monday, isn't it? Well, we may or may not be heat sending these. If I don't know where. I kid you not. I have no idea where that piece is at. It's not in the two places it should be. Why? Why? Not in my drawers. Okay, well. Okay, guys. I have no idea where it's at. Like, why? So, okay. I may have to just heat set these later. Because I do need parchment paper. And, oh, found, oh, I found it! Wow. Told you they were together. Oh my goodness. I knew it. All right. Here we go. Oh my gosh. It's hot now. Oh, geez. Yeah, right? You just put something somewhere and then it's like, where did it go? All right, so I'm doing this for about 20 seconds or so, 15 seconds. And we are at 300 degrees. Again, I want it to be as close to dry as possible. So this first pillow we had sitting, we did it at the very beginning. Excuse me, we did it at the very beginning. And so it's been sitting for quite a while. Okay. So this pillow is dry. And again, at 300 degrees, because we don't want to burn our canvas, okay? Hey, Uncle Rod, love you too. Let's see. And let's do our last bit here. And then we'll do our next pillow. That way I can show you guys all of our pillows that we've done. Okay, so there's the first one. And you could just take any of your pillows and shove it inside. So like, let's say you've got a Christmas one, or like the only thing you have is Christmas and fall, and you want a Halloween pillow, well, just get the pillowcase. Use the same pillows, take the pillowcase off, and then put the pillow back on your bench outside for fall. Right? Hi, I have the pillows available on the website. Just comment the word pillow, and I think it should have sent it to you because you did write the word pillow in there. Just check your messages. Under supply list, it'll have the link for the pillows. They come in a pack of 2, and they're super duper, like, strong, thick material. I'd probably still spray it with some type of Scotch Guard just to help prevent like water or anything like that, you know. So anyways, there is one pillow done. Let's come in with this one. So this is our second one. This is the lumbar pillow we did. Okay. And let's get our paper here. Same thing, we're just doing about 15, 20 seconds at 300. Oh, me too. I'm not a cat person, but I think it's super cute, especially for Halloween. middle here. And then let's scoot this over and get our outside spider webs. So for this one, I'm just gonna take one that we already had, okay? And so I'm just gonna take, this is that polyfill stuffing that I was telling you guys about. Okay, and so now you can just go wash this, fold this up, put this with your, like, you know, after Halloween's done, go fold this, put this with your Halloween decor, and then you have it ready for next year, right? All right, and we're just gonna stuff this in here. Again, this is just that polyfill. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, I think is where that one was from. Thank you, Chelsea. Okay, let's see. And okay, so now we have 2 pillows done, you guys. Look how cute. Right? Look how cute. Okay, and then let's do one more. I have one more pillow. We're just going to heat set it real quick. And then I will stuff it with another pillowcase, with another pillow option. So first thing, we need to take our ink mat out because this was the last one we did. Typically, I would say just leave your ink mat in there while it dries. It's so much easier, unless you're needing to use it again for multiple projects. Okay, so here we go. Let's set this inside. And we've got our parchment paper. There we go. Now this one is still a little bit wet. I will say that I can see the parchment paper picking up some of the ink. So typically if it's still wet and you get it on the parchment paper, you're just gonna have to throw that piece of parchment paper away and then get a new one. And this is why I don't like using Teflon sheets, because the Teflon sheets can be expensive, okay? And if you accidentally get ink on it, you don't want to have to throw away that entire Teflon sheet, right? All right, let me get this side real quick before I move on to the bottom half. I sell the pillowcases on my website. They are from Chalk. They're on my Chalk website. You can do the 18 by 18 size, which is this one, or you can do the lumbar ones as well. And there is a whole little kit. Again, if you type in the word pillow, I'll send you the info. I put on there the set of 2 pillows, the ink mat, and then it comes with a small squeegee. Or you can get all of them individually, okay? I did add the lumbar pillow in there because that's not included in the little kit. And then you just need to add your color inks, okay? All right, oh good, thank you, Linda, for doing that. You guys, if you haven't yet set up the notifications through Facebook itself to get notified when I go live, go ahead and do !notify, all one word, no spaces, !notify, and Facebook will send you a message, because I will probably, I don't know, my messages through the third party that I was doing, I can only send one a day, okay? And then they charge me for it, but I think since it's a third party, Facebook just doesn't like it, so some people weren't getting it. And anyways, so just, I would say do that so you can have all the notifications. Okay, so here's the other one. It's just gonna be a regular pillow. This one I got on sale for $6.50. I still think the polyfill is gonna be your best bet. Plus this one's gonna be a little bit on the smaller side for this pillowcase. But I'm trying to think what else. I have to get some more of the polyfill because I personally prefer the polyfill for outside. Unless I'm just using a pillow I already have, okay? All right. I think the 20 by 20, or the 20-inch pillows would be better. It would really stuff the pillow. Versus this one. This one's just a little small. But it will work. Look how cute. You guys, so we have Trick or Treat. We have, oh, let's see. Okay. Isn't that cute? I don't know how to hold all of these at the same time. Can't really hold them all at the same time, but you guys kind of get it, right? I'm trying. Look how cute. Ta-da! Fun. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm totally getting my exercise today. I am sweating up storm too. It is hot in here. I think because the heat press has been on. But anyways, well, you guys hit the heart button for me. Again, you can just take these, fold these up after you wash them because that ink is not going to come out. Wash them, okay, and then you can fold them up and leave them for next year. I do think they're super cute. We have a bunch of different colors. So if like you wanted to do orange, yellow, white, and black or something, you could do that. You can also stain these. You can do tea stains. You could do dye right, I think is what it's called. You can dye them. You can leave them like this, however you want to do it. You can spray them. I've done misting, like bleaching almost, but bleaching with ink. So like a splattered. So it looks fun, or that one's fun too, which I wanted to do on this one. I think you could even do some like red and then splotch it so it looks like blood splatters if you're into that kind of creepy Halloween stuff. But yeah, anyways, those are those pillows. Again, the transfers, you guys, are all buy 3, get 1 free. So make sure you're buying in 4s. And I highly recommend you're buying the same somewhat of a size. So you're getting the most, saving the most for your money, okay? So the Trick or Treat one, this is a size E transfer. This is a size D transfer. I recommend getting E and D together if you like, but you want to buy 4 of them. This is a size C. So pretty much if you were to buy the Trick or Treat, the Feline, the Enter If You Dare, you would get 1 free and it would end up being a C size or smaller, okay? So it'll be off of your lowest ticketed transfer item, all right? So, okay, well, hopefully that makes sense. Comment the word pillow. I put the info in there for the monthly promotions as well, so you can read them there. Anyways, all right, y'all. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow, and then hopefully I'll have another video posted up, like an old video later on today, okay? All right, you guys. Bye. Happy Monday.